Order. First item, if we could, Pastor William Parsons with Redeemer Lutheran Church is going to lead us in the prayer, followed by a pledge.
Let us pray. Almighty and everlasting God, we humbly implore Thee graciously to regard the mayor of Fairhope, Alabama, and our city council members and all others in authority over us in this community, that they be guided by Thy Holy Spirit, that they may be high of purpose, wise of counsel, and unwavering in their duty, and in the administration of their solemn duty and the administration of their solemn charge, may wholly serve Thy will, uphold the honor of Thy community here, and secure the protection of our people, and set forward every righteous cause. Through Jesus Christ, Thy Son, O Lord, we pray. Amen. Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Before we get started, I do have one item to add to the agenda, if y'all would consider it. And this is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute the First Amendment to the Water Tower Lease Agreement as presented between the City of Fairhope and Sprintcom, Inc. for the leased area at 8675 Fairhope Avenue. And at the time when we add that to the agenda, that would be something I would probably call on Councilman Burrell to discuss a little more detail, but that would be agenda item 20, if y'all are good with that.
I move to amend the agenda to add the resolution.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second to add the resolution. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? None. The motion carries, and that is now agenda item number 20. All right. First item will be to approve the minutes of November 15th regular city council meeting, the minutes of the work session from November 15th, and the minutes of the agenda meeting from November 15th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
All right, got a motion?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, anyone opposed? Motion passes. Mayor, your report.
Thank you. I just really want to thank all the employees and the city council who are involved in all the activities this past week. I mean, the tree lighting was beautiful. It was so magical. It's just a great time of the year in Fairhope. And the electric department and Page and Public Works and Police Department, they all work so hard to put on those events. So I really want to thank them for that. And we had open house this weekend and the movie in the streets. We had, record numbers of attendees, I think, for everything. So really great to see people out and just enjoying those gatherings and getting things back to normal. I hope that our local business community saw the impact of that as well. I want to remind everybody that before we meet again, we'll have the Christmas parade on Friday, December the 3rd, and a Christmas movie night out at the stadium where we'll be able to use the Jumbotron to show the movie Frozen on December the 5th. So we're excited about that, and just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Next item on the agenda is public participation. This is for agenda items only. If you're coming to speak about something other than an agenda item, you will have an opportunity at the end of the meeting. So we'll go ahead and open the floor. Public participation. And you've got 3 minutes if you have. All right, come on up. Please give your name and address.
My name is Katie Ray, 20580 Lowry Drive, and thank you for having this opportunity. I just wanted to mention on item 11, the lights in the White Grove neighborhood are sorely needed. You go outside, especially after the hurricane came through, and we've got lights down. We've got a lot of dark streets, and we would just really appreciate having those lit back up. And it was interesting hearing the comments about it earlier. My understanding too is that these lights have been attached to community members' power bills and everything, and so we're hoping to get that rectified as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very much. Anyone else wish to speak to agenda items? And that's items 5 through 20. Yes, sir.
Mike Casalo. I live at 20765 Lowry Drive with our neighbor here. And to touch on agenda item number 11, we've had our lights in our neighborhood down since Sally, almost 2 years ago now. And it's a rather dangerous situation. We have a lot of women and small young ladies walking their animals at night, and it's precarious just to be there, much less navigate some of the walkways, because they're trepidous. But so I've been working directly with Jeremy Morgan with Fairhope Utilities, and he was spearheading the effort to try to get this situation resolved. I was working with him and Brian at Baldwin EMC. Brian, I forget his last name, but thank you, Seals, thank you. And they've been going back and forth as to who owns the poles, you know, who's responsible for the repairs, who's responsible for the poles. And Jeremy's been very influential and helpful. He talks to me almost once a week about the poles and what's going on. I hope he's here because I'd like to shake his hand.
He is. He's right there in the back.
Awesome. He's been great to talk to, and he's been kept me up to date, and he told me that the vote will be tonight, and we're hoping that you guys push agenda number 11.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thanks.
And we'll let you shake Jeremy's hand later. We'll make him available to you.
Anyone else? None, and thank y'all for coming to participate tonight. Seeing no one else, we'll go ahead and close the floor, and time for council comments. Councilman Burrell?
Yeah, I just want to echo the mayor's comments. It was a wonderful event, the lighting of the trees. It's always, you know, I think one of my favorite events of the year. So great job to all the people that made that possible. I know it's a lot of long days and nights, and for all the city employees that made that possible, from everything from stringing the lights on the trees. I know that can't be any fun, to the people that helped with the decorations and planning and putting all that together. Thank you for that. One other thing to mention, I want to invite everybody to come out to the Christmas parade. I never get to go first, and it's the first time I've ever been able to go first, so I can like to
Say anything you want. Cover it all.
Just looking forward to the Christmas parade on December the 3rd. I want to invite everybody, you know, to come out to that. And man, I had one other thing to say, and I don't remember what that was, so I guess I'll leave it for somebody else to remember.
All right, Councilman Martin.
I just want to tell everybody, you know, have a safe holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and we love you, man. Enjoy your families.
All right, Councilman Robinson?
I guess I'm left to echo sitting down at this end. You know, the lighting of the trees is wonderful. Staff does an excellent job every year. It's one of the most, if not the most, magical event in this area. And so very appreciative to have that. Enjoy watching it as always. And just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Councilman Boone?
Well, I'd like to thank the city for lighting those trees for my granddaughter's birthday. You really enjoyed that. I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be real careful out there.
All right, got nothing new to add, just happy Thanksgiving. Everybody be safe. Moving on to the agenda, we've got item number 5 is an ordinance, and this is an ordinance amending ordinance number 1510, known as Personnel Rules, Policies, and Procedures. Ordinance by adding section 610, longevity pay, to chapter 6, employee benefits. Would someone like to introduce the ordinance?
I would like to amend the ordinance before it's introduced, if I may.
Yes, please.
I would like to make the addition of the $100 for each part-time, non-seasonal employee to that.
With 12
And then I
months
would
of
like to
service?
introduce the ordinances such as that.
With a minimum service, length of service?
Yeah, minimum of 1 year.
Okay. All right. Councilman Burrell has introduced an amended reading of the ordinance.
I'll second.
Well, would anyone like to
amendment.
move for immediate consideration? Or do we need to take
What? You got
do we
it.
need to first,
Motion to amend.
Yes,
motion to amend?
that's
All
what
right.
I second the
Got a
motion to
second on the
amend.
motion to amend.
And I would like to make a motion for immediate consideration.
All right, so one at a time,
We
we'll
need to
go with.
vote on the amendment.
All right.
Just say all in favor.
Yeah, all in favor of the resolution, or all in favor of amending the ordinance to include the 1 year pay for part-time employees at $100. We have approximately 75 of those employees. All in favor of amending the ordinance?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No? All right, ordinance is amended. And would anyone? Yeah, okay.
Yep, I'll make a motion to introduce.
Introduce?
Introduce the
Okay.
ordinance.
All right, now that the ordinance has been introduced, would anyone like to move for immediate consideration?
So moved.
All right. We've got a motion for immediate consideration
Second.
and a second. And I know, Lisa, this would be a roll call.
Yes.
All right.
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
council president,
Aye?
place 4.
Aye. I voted in all the other ones, I
Place
might as well
5.
pick 3 too.
He didn't hear you. Oh, did he say?
Aye.
Place 5.
All right. All right, now, that we have this ordinance available for immediate consideration, just to reiterate, this is again for the longevity pay, and it will also include $100 pay to all part-time employees who've been here at least 12 months.
Part-time, non-seasonal.
Part-time, non-seasonal, thank you. All right, ordinance has been introduced. Would anyone like to have any comment or discussion on this?
I make a motion for final adoption.
All right. Got a motion for final adoption? Got a second? City Clerk?
Place 1,
Aye.
place 2,
Aye.
council president,
Aye.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5.
Aye.
All right. Ordinance passes. Thank you. Next item up is a resolution, and this is just authorizing signees of all city Fairhope accounts. Just amending that.
Make a motion to approve the signees as indicated on the
Second.
resolution, the mayor, council president, city clerk, and city treasurer.
All right, we've got a motion, got a second. Any additional discussion or conversation on this? All right, hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Please say
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Item number 7, resolution that the city of Fairhope approves the selection of J&M Displays for professional consultant for the design and production of fireworks displays for fiscal year 2022 events for the Community Affairs Department pursuant to Code of Alabama. This is for the pyrotechnic shooter law, and hereby authorizes Mayor Sullivan to negotiate a fee schedule and not establish a limit with the firm. And this is for New Year's Eve fireworks show. And Paige presented this earlier. Any questions for Paige?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, we've got a
Second.
motion and a second. Any questions, conversation? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item up, this is item 8, resolution that the city council approves the selection of Thompson Engineering to perform professional engineering services for lift station and force main improvements for the sewer department, and hereby authorizes Mayor Sullivan to execute a contract not to exceed $269,000. And this is for work taking place near State Highway 181 and 104. And as Jason indicated earlier, this is basically from Bishop Road to the area where the new Publix is on 104 and 181. Does anyone have any questions for Jason? Any additional commentary? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
All right, we've got a
Second.
motion and a second. Any further questions or discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item, we've got item number 9 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute a contract for the holiday luncheon for city employees between the city of Fairhope and Oak Hollow Farm at the barn on Friday, December 17th, from noon till 3:30 with a cost not to exceed $10,000. Any questions for the mayor on this contract? None? I'll entertain a motion if no questions.
So moved.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, council. Item number 10 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute change order number 1 for the new scanning services for converting paper files to digital for the building department to complete the scanning of archive plats and construction plans with an increased cost in the amount of $10,639.81 and awards a change order to MCCI LLC. Eric spoke on this during the agenda meeting, said the original price was around $36,000. Covered a little bit about just the amount of scanning involved, and said that although this is a 10,000 plus change order, he has additional money available in his budget this year and would work to keep the total budget in line.
Yeah.
So does anyone have any additional questions for Eric or any comments on?
I make a
Sorry.
motion to approve.
All right, we've got a motion. Do we have a
Second.
And a second. Any questions at this time?
Just want to go on record as noting that that's going to come out of Eric's professional
design.
services
Yes,
budget.
Yes, sir.
You say what's going to pay for that unbudgeted cost.
Yeah. You know, we don't want to get in the habit of having change orders come through here. You know, we really need to take note of change orders, but it's already budgeted, so.
Yep. I would say at this time then, if there's no other questions or comments, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you, council. Item number 11 is a resolution that the city council hereby authorizes Mayor Sherry Sullivan to execute an innovative construction agreement with Baldwin County Electric Membership Corporation for the installation of 22 Tradinier, looks like it should be Traditionaire, but Tradinier LED streetlights for White Grove subdivision with an estimated cost of $34,457.59. Jeremy spoke about this during the agenda meeting, and we've had two citizens come and speak about this as well. Does anyone have any questions for Jeremy that he did not cover earlier?
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any comment?
I have a question for Jeremy. Jeremy, were those existing LED lights, or were they incandescent? So we'll save money on the lighting, right? Because we paid Baldwin EMC.
They've got a rate study, a rate system, rate price for different lighting in their subdivision. With LED is what we assume would be better for
Sure.
usage, and it'll look better too, brighter light, better light. It's what we're going to, so I assume that's what they would want.
I was just saying, you know, we'll recoup some of the cost of these lights with the savings in electricity that we have to pay for.
LEDs are
to Baldwin
definitely
EMC.
cheaper, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they,
Any additional questions for Jeremy while he's up here? All right. Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
aye.
Motion, any opposed? Didn't hear any. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna shake Mike's hand.
Please do.
Yeah, shake his hand, please, sir.
Appreciate your hard work, Jeremy.
Face with a name.
All right, item number 12 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to procure the Palo Alto renewal of firewall support subscription for the IT department. And the renewal is available for direct procurement through the Omnia Partners contract and has been nationally bid through their bid services, and therefore does not have to be let out for bid. The cost will be $45,088.60. This is an annual renewal. If anyone has any questions for Jeff at this time, any questions, any comments?
Make a motion to approve.
All
Second.
right, we've got a motion and a second. Anything else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Thank you, council. Item 13 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to purchase 1,000 kVA ERMCO pad mount transformer and 650 kVA pad mount transformers for the electric department from Gresco Utility Supply, and authorizes procurement without formal bid based on the option allowed by the Code of Alabama. Cost will be $51,089.18, and authorizes a budget transfer from plant maintenance to capital system improvements of $51,090. Jeremy mentioned we've got an extremely long lead time on these items. He does not have a whole lot left on site in inventory, so I think he said it could be up as much as 50-week lead time, so he needs to go ahead and get these items ordered and delivered just when they eventually get here. Does anyone have any questions for Jeremy on this item? None? All right. Would anyone like to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 14 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to procure custom carriage style swing doors and frame at the Museum of Community Affairs Department and awards the project to Bailey Door, Inc. in the amount of $28,826. This was a budgeted item where it went about $826 over budget, and George actually took a lot of questions on this during the work session agenda meeting. Does anybody have any additional questions regarding these doors? And these are for the custom swinging carriage style doors on the museum history where the old fire truck is, and they're open quite a bit, and as George pointed out, there's a lot of pressure because of the weight of the doors on just the frame, and really that system is failing, so need to get these replaced. And being a history museum, we want it to look historical, look the part, so I appreciate you working on this. But does anyone have any questions for George?
Mr. Chairman, I have one
Yes, sir.
question. There's a memo from Brabner Holland, one of the persons that was asked to quote it, and they refused to quote, said they don't provide this kind of door. It said they did refer a company called Gulf Coast Specialties and gave their phone number. Were they contacted for a quote? Because I'm really not crazy about getting one quote. And I'm also suspicious about the price being almost exactly what the budget was. So did anybody call this other company that was referred to them? Okay.
Any additional questions? No? Anyone interested in making a motion on this item?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further questions for George on the doors? Any additional comments?
I'd just like to see more quotes, more effort put forth to get quotes. When company was given to us, we didn't follow up. Maybe they would have been more, who knows? Seems to me like they had their mind made up who we were going to buy it from to begin with.
All right, duly noted. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Nay.
All right. Motion carries. Thank you, council. Thank you, Councilman Burrell, as well. Item number 15 is a resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to procure 5 solar-powered Speed Guardian speed display signs for the police department from MPH Industries, as sole source provider of the Speed View analysis software, which is used to analyze traffic data. Speed sign displays is $17,260, and these are portable speed signs, solar-powered. I know Chief covered this a little bit during the agenda meeting. Does anyone have any questions for Chief on this item, or any comments? We received one of these via grant in the past, but this is to purchase five more.
This was in the budget, correct? This is a budgeted item.
Yes, please,
Yeah.
budget
I'll
item.
make a motion to approve.
All right, we've got a
So,
motion to approve.
second.
And a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you. Next item is item 16, the resolution that the city of Fairhope has voted to purchase a 2021 Ford F-350 extended cab 4x2 pickup truck for the Public Works Department, and the vehicle is on the Alabama State Department of Purchasing bid list and therefore does not have to be let out for bid. with a total not to exceed cost of $54,558. This item is $13,000 over budget. George discussed, originally was going to get a different size, but really had to have the dually F-350 in order to not have the strain from carrying the barricade trailer on the vehicle. This was required them to step up the vehicle they were going to purchase. He was also going to get, I believe, 2 F-150s and is just going to get one now, so that's going to kind of balance out the total price. But this is an over budget item, so just want to make sure everybody was reminded of that. Does anyone have any questions for George?
Make a
On
motion to
this?
approve.
Second.
We've got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further questions, conversation, comments? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hearing none, motion passes. The next item up is a resolution that the City of Fairhope has voted to purchase a 2021 Chevrolet 3500 HD Silverado truck or equivalent for the sewer department. And this type of vehicle is on the Alabama State bid purchasing list and does not have to be let out for bid, with a total not to exceed cost of $50,281.70. This is about $2,000 over budget as well. Jason just kind of indicated this is cost of vehicles increasing. All in all, I think he's under budget on the vehicles they've purchased, but this particular vehicle is going to be $2,000 over budget. Does anybody have any questions for Jason on this item, or any comments?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, we've got a motion to approve
Second.
and a second. If no further question or comments, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 18 is a resolution that the compensation and job classification plan, along with the grade order sheet, be amended and approved to add the licensed electrician job position and approve the job description and pay grade of 26, and to fill with the appropriate person with the pay grade. We covered this last week and during our work session. Does anybody have any questions for Travis to follow up on this? I'll just make one comment that we looked at all the times we need to have a licensed electrician, and it was going to save the city great deal of money to just go ahead and hire a licensed electrician. Questions for Travis on this?
Make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. No further discussion? All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 19 is a resolution that Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute a contract between the City of Fairhope and Thomas Hospital for use of the city facilities, along with rental and cleaning fees, including streets, parks, depending on availability and permission from the rental facilities manager, but they would be responsible for any incidentals, damages, or security if necessary. And I believe Spring Fever Chase was one of the examples. Mayor, did you happen to have any downtime in between to look at what had been done in the past on that, or we're pretty sure?
I didn't look what was done in the past, but Lisa said she looked up the request.
I looked up the letter
Yeah.
in Councilmember Boone's book, and it said that they asked for the request for the waiver of
Okay.
fees.
Okay, so they did ask for the request for waiver fees. Any questions on this proposed resolution for Mayor Sullivan?
Call out cleaning fees or just
Can
say
I-
fees?
It just said waiver of fees associated. It also asked for security, which we can't grant, so.
Yeah.
But if you probably just changed the dates on that contract, didn't you, Lisa? So, but the old contract does state cleaning fees, and it's probably not enough to even matter. There's also a security deposit, which I think if it's not cleaned up, it can be withheld. So I withdraw my objection to that. I mean,
Yeah,
or not objection, but pointed it out. They specifically didn't ask for those, though.
Okay. And it does, Well, and the resolution does say that they would have to pay for security if necessary.
Right.
Well, if anyone has any further questions for the mayor? None? At this time, I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
All right, we've got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any question, any comment? All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 All right, any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 20, let's see, this is now, Mayor Sherry Sullivan is hereby authorized to execute the first resolution amendment to the water tower lease agreement as presented between the City of Fairhope and Sprintcom, Inc. for the leased area located at 8675 Fairhope Avenue. Councilman Burrell, if you wouldn't mind just giving the council a quick overview of this item. This is,
Yeah, and sorry to walk this on. This should have been put on the agenda prior to the deadline, but just in the transition between Jimmy and I, it got lost in the shuffle. So our cell tower consultant has been negotiating with Sprint for quite a while on this. I think we raised our lease amount by about $12,000 a year because they requested additional equipment be put on our water tower. And so that gave an opening for us to negotiate a new term, our new rate. And there was a clause in there that it could change every 10 years. Well, we're already into the third 10-year period. And so the consultant had thought he may go back and ask for, like many of our newer contracts have, 3% escalators per year, and he thought about asking for that. But then he thought, well, he's already asked for quite a bit. And being that we're already into that third 10-year period, and we were getting $12,000 more per year, he thought it may be prudent not to ask for that annual escalator. So for that reason, it wasn't on the last council meeting, and we just didn't get that to you in time on Wednesday to put it on this agenda. But nothing else had changed other than that.
and I'll just add, as Councilman Burrell has mentioned in the past, the consultant is not paid by the city. He actually has his fee paid in addition to what he's charging, or in addition to what he's increased rent for us. The vendor is actually paying his fees as well. So
Most of the time, Jimmy, and this
Not always.
not always. This is one of the cases where they just went up on the lease amount. So I think he would probably charge some nominal fee for our time,
Okay.
charged by the hour. But he's usually very reasonable and has recovered almost every cost that he's incurred upon us.
All right. Thank you very much for that overview. Does anybody have any questions for Councilman Burrell on the lease agreement? All right, hearing no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. At this time, I do have a resolution from City Attorney Marcus McDowell, and it says, as City Attorney Marcus McDowell.
Jimmy, you want to do public participation before we go on that? Okay.
Thank you. Don't want anyone to stick around longer than they have to. So prior to that, I'll open the floor for public participation. This is for any item you wish to bring before the council. You have 3 minutes. Seeing no one? Last call. All right, we'll go ahead and close the floor for public participation. Now, I'll read this from Marcus McDowell. As City Attorney Marcus McDowell, I hereby request that the Fairhope City Council go into executive session based on Section 36-25A, 7A3 to discuss pending and potential litigation. City Attorney McDowell does hereby declare that the City Council of the City of Fairhope rise from regular City Council meeting on Monday, November 22nd, 2021, and go into executive session. Council shall be in executive session for approximately 45 minutes at the end of the session, and will return to the council chambers after that. Do we anticipate taking any business? We do not anticipate. taking any business. The time right now is about 6:37. All right.
I move to go into
Take a
executive
motion.
session.
Got a
Second.
motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Take a vote?
Aye.
Aye. Pass.